It is not Monday. It is Tuesday, but it's the beginning of the week. I hope everyone had a wonderful 4th of July weekend. And I just want to put a little, my thoughts are with the people, the victims of in Chicago, the shooting that happened over the 4th. And I'm not going to get into any politics, but it's sad. It's sad when something like that happens for a lot of reasons. I wanted to actually talk about anxiety and depression, which ironically, mental health, but for a lot of people that have substance use problems, alcohol and other substances or other self-harm behaviors, anxiety and depression plays a huge role. I don't know if it's self-medicating, so people have anxiety and depression and they use substances to do that, or if it vice versa, we develop more anxiety and depression due to our substance use. I know a lot of people who have trauma abuse substances, so that could kind of show that maybe anxiety and depression comes first. I'm also doing some reading on research that they've done where the anxiety and depression is not just a mental thing. So a lot of approaches to anxiety and depression is how we respond, how we perceive the stressors, which is, they have shown to be a huge contributor. They're also doing research, though, to find that there is some hormones, some neurotransmitters in the spinal fluid that are different from people who have anxiety than people who do not. So people who are more apt to be anxious have this chemical imbalance. Now, again, I don't know what came first, right? Did we have this perceived idea, belief, mental whatever on these stressors, and over time our body responds to that and develops these hormones. We have a hormone imbalance because we do change. Our bodies can physically change, biologically change from our mental thoughts, right? So when we have that fight or flight, when we have those stressors, there are chemicals that change in our bodies, and over a period of time, if we are constantly responding to our stressors in that same way, our body chemistry can change. We can actually develop these hormone imbalance. So again, is what comes first, right? The chicken or the egg? And they're also doing some research that these predisposition hormones to anxiety can be genetic. I was right the first time. Handed down, right? From mother to child, to parents, to children. And so, I don't know if it's one or all. It's probably more likely to be a few factors that contribute to this concoction of anxiety and depression, and I know adding alcohol and drugs to the mix, in the long run make it worse, even though temporarily you get that relief. And so, my whole premise in my program that I teach, online courses, and the coaching, what I do with the clients that I have, it's all about developing skills, developing a way of life, a way of perceiving our stressors in such a way that it doesn't ignite this fight or flight. It doesn't, it doesn't kind of, I don't want to say force us to use substances, but we're not persuade that in that direction. And it takes practice and it takes a little bit of time, but I think, there are easier ways to do it, and then there are more difficult and challenging ways to do it. And I think I've found a way that, I know, I found a way that, we can get to that point a lot quicker than we had years ago. And through my experience of dealing with, CBT and NLP and now DBT that I'm learning, which is really interesting, and that MBSR, the mindfulness-based stress reduction, has all contributed to the the program that I have developed for that. And I tell you, my life has never been better. I mean, I've had various periods of my life where I was sober and in recovery and whatnot, and my life today has never been so good. And it's not even like the things that are happening in my life, it's the way I deal with my stressors, it's the way I deal with things that happen, it's the way I perceive. And I do also believe that when you have this positive outlook, you do attract positivity. It's called the law of attraction. So I really, really believe in this program, and I really believe in the techniques and the skills. I didn't invent the skills. I just took the best tenets of all of what I've learned and combined them into one program that I feel really, really can help a lot of people. And so if you're in that boat, if you're in recovery, and you're not necessarily struggling with using per se, but you're struggling with this concept of dealing with anxiety and depression all the time, right? And I don't want to drink because I know my life becomes a shithole, but I'm constantly stressed out, or I'm constantly in this state that I don't want to be in, right? And I don't know how to get out. Then I have a way for you. So if you are interested, put in the comments, give me a thumbs up, give me a yes ma'am, and we can definitely work something out. We can help you. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you remember to let the people that you love know that you love them. Give them that text, give them a call, give them a big hug every chance you get. Please hit the subscribe button if you like my videos, and follow me on Facebook under Doreen Cunha. I got a lot of other videos out there you can check out as well. But if you want to see what I'm all about and see if maybe this is something that will be for you, then let me know. Or like I said, check out my Facebook, Doreen Cunha. Until next time, guys, stay blessed. Peace.